What's up, guys? Bear with me. I know I don't have a voice right now. I've been sick and I'm trying to get over it. I'm getting better, but obviously I'm still not there. But that's beside the point. Today, if you know me, you know I collect sports memorabilia or at least soccer memorabilia. I'm a collector. I don't do like resale and stuff like that, but I do collect. But speaking of sports memorabilia, I do collect sports memorabilia. Probably still saying that wrong. I don't care. Either way, such as items like this. A 1996 polo from the Atlanta Olympics that I found in my grandfather's attic. A Chicago Blackhawks hockey jersey. Obviously, it's not a team jersey, but still, this is the best team in the land. I don't care what you say. I don't care how bad they are. Go Blackhawks. Then I also collect soccer things, such as books and magazines, figurines of some great U.S. legends. Kristen Press, Julie Ertz, Alex Morgan. This really cool Easter basket that my sister got me a couple years ago. This also may have been 2024. I don't remember. The main one's in my car, the one I actually play with. Now, for the soccer jerseys. An away Australian one, women's, from last year when I went to go see Australia versus Mexico in San Antonio, Texas. Signed by Haley Rasso and Alana Kennedy. Obviously, Arsenal jersey from the year I was born. A futsal jersey from a Brazilian futsal school out of Memphis, Tennessee. I found this at Goodwill in Tupelo, Mississippi. An Arsenal jersey from a year to 2 years before I was born. Can't exactly remember if it was 93, 94 or 94, 95. This is my favorite one to wear. An England Lioness top from a couple years ago. I found this at Dick's for like $70. It was worth it. It was way too big for me at the time, but it was the only one, so of course I nabbed it. A 2019 FC Barcelona jersey that I bought off this dude like 2 days ago. Definitely worth it. I got it for $10. It's pretty cool. But the whole point of this video is because I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found somebody selling a deck of cards from 1999 Women's World Cup team, the famous 99ers. And she was selling them, and I asked her, I said, are they legit? She said, yes. They're not replicas. They're from 1999. So I said, awesome. I'll be there this weekend to pick them up. And I'm taking you with me to go get these cards because this is be really cool in my collection. So come along. All right, we have made it to the car. So these cards, they are located in Austin, somewhere near Austin, something like that, maybe a community in Austin. I don't exactly remember. I'm not too familiar with Austin because I'm not from Texas. I'm definitely not from the Austin area. So it's going to take me about an hour and a half to get there roughly because I say hour and a half. It really doesn't take that long to get there. I just got to find the area. So, of course, I got to gas up and we're going to get a snack. So let's get at it. Now that I'm finally on the highway, let's yap about some soccer, specifically the women's Euros this year. But before we do, snacks have been acquired. I got my water. Obviously, I've drunk some of it. It's been a minute till I got on the highway. My non-water drink, and I got some Slim Jims, too. But yeah, snacks secured, on the road. Let's yap. So the women's Euros obviously has kicked off. We're in the semifinals. Yeah, we're in the semifinals. Netherlands knocked. Sweden knocked. Which, by the way, that Sweden-England game was crazy. I genuinely thought Sweden was going to win. The fact that England came back and won that is wild. Norway's out. You know, the host country, Switzerland. Unfortunately, they are also out. You know, that was heartbreaking to see Leah Velti upset at that loss. But you know, big props to her. Big props to that whole team. So far, it's been a pretty good tournament. I genuinely thought Sweden was going to make it to the final. Like, they have been a truly great team within the last year or two. They're not a bad team, so I genuinely think this next major tournament that they're going to go pretty far. I have no doubt in my mind. If you can remember back at the 2023 Women's World Cup, knocking the U.S. out on penalties, which, by the way,
I don't even want to talk about it. That was the worst tournament I've ever seen the U.S. play. But Emma Hayes, man, she has turned that team around, and it is back to the way it should be. That's beside the point. Yeah, so really look forward to watching the semifinals and then the final. I don't know who it's going to be. I feel like Spain will be in the final just because they are such a powerhouse. That's kind of a given. Do I feel like England can make it to the final? Yes, I do feel like they can make it, and it can be down between Spain and England. Um, you know, but I truly think I already know Spain's going to be there. Spain's going to be there. Uh, Jess Fishlock scoring Wales' first major tournament goal. Mad props to her. Speaking of first, country's first major tournament goals, Ireland back at the 2023 Women's World Cup. Katie McCabe scoring the Olympico and that being Ireland's first major goal, or first goal in a major tournament. Phenomenal. It was a beautiful goal. I didn't get to watch the Wales game to see the goal myself, but obviously I've seen posts and I've seen clips of it. But yeah, this tournament's been pretty exciting so far. But enough of the Euros talk. Let's just talk about soccer in general. All these signings. Arsenal signing Olivia Smith for 1 point something million. Insane. Insane. I was not expecting. Well, okay, I was expecting, but I wouldn't expect it to be that much. Record breaking. I seen a joke where somebody said that they saved all that money from Kira Washtenaw signing. So that was pretty funny. And then Chelsea, man. They got me, and like I'd already seen the Sam Kerr post from Liverpool. I'd already seen it, and when Chelsea tweeted out, "Oh, this traffic's horrible." When Chelsea tweeted out, "Sam Kerr is officially signed on a permanent contract to Liverpool," even I went, "Wait, what?" And then I was like, nah, you got me, Lucy Bronze. I'm sorry, going back to the Euros, Lucy Bronze, the GOAT. She is not the youngest player on that field. Or, I mean, that's just realistic speaking here. I'm not dogging on her age by any means. But she's not the youngest. And the fact she's playing full games, 120-minute games, taping her own leg up, like, all jokes aside, like, it's phenomenal. The dedication she brings to this sport is just, it's art. It's art. And it's something to be admired by, and it should be if it's not. And if it's not, you're crazy. I'm sorry. That's just all there is to it. I will say this, and I agree with a lot of people, that Michelle, this 19-year-old kid, I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. I don't want to butcher it and embarrass myself. But Michelle, she's a 19-year-old kid who has come in clutch multiple times for this England team and has yet to get the credit she deserves from outside sources. I'm not talking about the team. I know the team accredits her, but I'm talking about outside sources, news sources, the news pages, all that. She's not getting the credit she deserves. This is a talented kid, and I cannot wait till she's one of the older ones, the elders of the team, to see what she really brings. And it's just a phenomenal game to watch. She is a super sub. Like, let's just be real here. Like, she is somebody you can truly depend on to just come in the game and just immediately score pretty much. And I love watching it. Tournament out of Africa, I cannot think of the name of it, is also going on right now. And I have not got to well, hello to you too. I've not got to watch much of it, or actually any of it. I really haven't got to watch much soccer at all here lately because my work schedule keeps changing and it's just not lining up to be able to successfully sit down and watch matches. So I'm having to watch like replay highlights and clips. But apparently it's going really well. A lot of big things happening in that. So if you get a chance and you know the name of it or just look it up, check that out. It's the women's side. Men's side, the U.S. men's team losing to Mexico in the final. Honestly, okay, I'm from the U.S. I am American. I will obviously always go for the U.S. team. But that U.S. Guatemala game, a friend of mine that I work with, she's from Guatemala. Of course, so we're I'm talking smack to her when they're playing. And then when they won, I was like, oh, they're playing Mexico. And I hate to sound this way, But I was like, I'm sorry, Mexico's good. Mexico's too good. We're gonna lose. And if I'm not mistaken, that was a really bad game for us too, which didn't help our case by any means. But so that was disappointing to see though. I'd really liked to have seen them win. As much smack as I talk. Speaking of Austin, Texas, there is a men's team out of Austin. Obviously, if you follow the MLS, Major League Soccer, the U.S., the Austin FC plays at the Q2 Stadium here in Austin. I'm not in Austin yet, but that's beside the point. I've yet to get to go to that game. This team is only like an hour and a half away, and I've yet to go to a game because work doesn't allow me to just go to all these games that I want to go to, and it's infuriating. But apparently they're decent. Apparently they're pretty good. I was out to dinner last night, watching some soccer on the TV, and it was the USL here out of the States. Uh, and I got to noticing, so I'm not originally from Texas. I'm originally from Alabama. And the Birmingham Legion, they are sitting 8th in the conference, which is a big improvement because at one point, Birmingham wasn't the greatest team. But I'm just proud of them because Alabama hates soccer. I remember I lived up north, moved down, nobody liked it. I got made fun of, hated it. It was awful time. So like really really proud of Birmingham Legion. I know that's not the highest seed in a conference that you could get, but still, the fact that we even have a team is something big. And if I'm not mistaken, they also do have a women's team. So that's also really cool. That's not common. So as I'm coming into
So I'm
Austin,
fixing to start
I
talking about
totally
how
forgot
there is
about this.
the MLS
It's going to
All-Star
be taking
Game and
place in
All-Star
Austin.
Weekend here in Austin. But I failed to realize that today was the day that it started, and the game's on Wednesday. So I just took a massive L and ignore me when I'm talking about anything MLS All-Star Weekend related.
MLS All-Star Weekend is going to be here in Austin, July 19th through I think the 21st. Forgot all about that. That would have been nice to remember earlier so I could have put in to go. So there's that. I do it to myself half the time. Like I say work is what causes me not to be able to go to these games, but half the time it's poor planning on my end. Like I could go to more than what I do and watch more than what I do, but yeah. So there's that. Really look forward to that though. That'll be cool to see. All right. So the gas station I just went into to get another water, they had a Red Bull, uh, whatever it's called, a Red Bull display, and of course I had different Red Bull athletes, but I had none other than Jaden Shaw, the midfielder or a midfielder for North Carolina Courage and the U.S. Women's National Team. So I love seeing how much the game is growing, especially on the women's side. Because back then, like, yeah, you would see U.S. women's players, on displays and stuff like that. But it was always the same ones. Well, all the old heads, they're retiring. So it's nice to see more and more players and other players being shown and being put on display like that. So that was really neat. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But we're just a couple minutes away from the destination for these cards. Let's go ahead and finally go get them so y'all can stop hearing me yap with my god awful voice. So right now I'm sitting at the Q2 Stadium here in Austin. They're getting ready for the All-Star Weekend. You can't see it, but it's to the left of me. But I picked up the cards, right? Here's the cards. Let me fix this. This is so shaky. Here's the cards, right? Legit from 1999. Then the woman asked me if I wanted this for free. It's a women's national team yearbook from 2007, and it is full of stuff. And here's what's even crazier: Carly Lloyd and Amy Wambach's on this team, right? There's two big names as well as Brianna Scurry. But here's the youth system: Ashlyn Harris, Megan Rapinoe, and A-Rod are on the youth system during this. So I just thought that was something really cool that she gave me for free. She says she's got more. She's gonna reach out if she can find it. But yeah, really excited to get back to my house and look at that thoroughly. But yeah, first time seeing the Q2 Stadium, and I'm not going in obviously because I can't. It's a Saturday. At least I don't think I can. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty big stadium. It's nice. Um, Parking is a little odd. I will say there are people here. I'm probably being looked at right now like I'm a crazy lady. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Um, Hopefully I'll get to come to a game here in Austin soon. But yeah, I just wanted to update that I did get the cards. We'll look back at them when I get back to my room, as well as the yearbook. So stick around for that.